Hello beautiful people, my name is Jane and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're talking about timeline. When I say timeline, what I mean is time frame. You know all those time frames that society have put in place that we're supposed to follow, that things are supposed to follow when they happen for us in life. Like for instance now, let's say as a young girl now, you're supposed to at 20, I don't even know, because there are people that start putting pressure on their teenage girls, on their girls even as teenagers to get married, right? Because it's time for it. I hear people asking young men that are like 30, 31, why are you not married? It's time, you're supposed to be married by now. See that word supposed to be married, it has spoiled things for a lot of people, right? So there is the time frame, timeline that society has imposed on us. It's unspoken but it's there. So as you're growing, there is the time when you're supposed to be able to have finished school, you're supposed to have a good job, you're supposed to be married, you're supposed to have your own house, you're supposed to have bought a car, there are too many supposed to. And this supposed to is one of the things that has been putting a lot of pressure on young people and making a lot of people depressed in our society. Now, I saw a video on social media where somebody posted the story of the man that owns KFC, that started KFC, and how he started the business in his 60s or thereabouts. And it was an inspirational post. But then come and see people in the comment section. A lot of people were like, God forbid, I'm not going to be a late bloomer. They had prayers to say for themselves that they're going to achieve things in life and it's not going to come late and all that. Which I understand. I'm not going to sit here and pretend and, front like I don't want to achieve things in life at an early stage to be able to enjoy it more before I die. But what kind of achievement are you trying to achieve early? You go on social media or even your neighbors, you see 21-year-old, 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds buying houses. Not just houses, but houses in areas that if you're a civil servant, it's going to take you at least 15 years to be able to save money, to be able to afford those houses in those areas. And you see a child of 20, 21, young adults buying those houses at that age. Maybe they are lucky, they have some skills, or they were able to do something that made it happen for them that early. But the truth is, it automatically gives you the impression as another young person that you're not doing enough. Is that not your mates? Your mates are buying houses, your mates are buying cars, your mates puts pressure on us. That's where the majority of the depression that we feel as young people come from. Most of us, it's not as if our life is bad, but it's the understanding that there is something missing that we don't have because there is a place that we're supposed to be at this point in our lives that we're not. That often make us sad, that often make us underestimate ourselves and our abilities and the things that we can become. So the fact that it's supposed to be happening for me now, the fact that my mates are doing it, my mates are getting it, does that automatically mean that I'm going to get it? No. Even if I work harder than everybody else, even if I put in my best, there's still that possibility that somebody else's best will be better, right? But there's still the pressure. So how do we deal with the pressure? How do we, as young people, find some peace? Still be able to live this life and not be crippled with fear, with worries, with inadequacies that society automatically imposes on us. It's understanding that everybody's time is not going to be the same. There shouldn't be a timeline to life, in my opinion. There shouldn't be a timeline. When it happens for you, the only thing that matters is that you're living, that you have your purpose, that you're giving your best, that you're working hard at growth, that you're improving, but not the time that, because I've noticed that, let me use marriage as an example. This unspoken necessity has been put into it that you're supposed to be married before you're 30. A lot of people, once they start approaching that age, they start becoming a shadow of themselves. They start questioning a lot of things in their lives. They start being in relationships that are not fulfilling them, that will never fulfill them. But because they feel like they have to prepare for that, they have to be something at that age before they cross over to the taboo age. And if they are not before they get there, then there is automatically something wrong with them. That's what society tells us. And that's one of the main reasons why there are so many unhappy people why I mean, there are so many other reasons why people are unhappy. But the pressure that we deal with, that we take, that we unconsciously follow, even the woke generation, even the people that try to pretend that, you know what, this thing, I don't care. Deep down inside, they still care. Because society has made it that way, and somehow we accept it. And one thing is that once you accept one timeline, you're going to accept the rest. That's why people are doing unthinkable things to be able to meet up. Even though most of the people that come out and achieve things at certain ages that follow the pattern that has already been laid down for them at a certain age, they are done with school, they have a good job, they've been promoted, they bought a house, they've done these things. It still doesn't guarantee happiness. It still doesn't guarantee the fact that you're going to be content. Once you're able to remove timeline from the things that you do, start living for yourself. It's not just about every other person around you, what society thinks, or what is trying to fit into something that you're not. But if you're that, good. And if that's how you want to live your life, good. But removing timeline from your things, giving yourself, I give myself 1 year to achieve this, I give myself 3 years to achieve this, can be good. If you're somebody that have trouble staying on track and you need to be accountable, that can be a good thing. But when you're putting that pressure on yourself for something that your hard work, your consistency, your efforts is not going to guarantee, and you're putting timeline on that, you're basically just knocking on the depression door and saying, come in and come and visit me. A lot of young people out here, the main reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of people out here are sad and depressed and feel inadequate and feel like they are not enough. And that's not the truth. They only feel that way because they feel like they are not where they are supposed to be. But you're not looking at where you are. You're not looking at all the battles you fought to be where you are, to have what you have, to be doing what you're doing. It doesn't even matter to you the fact that what you're doing right now fulfills you, makes you happy. But because it does not fit into the timeline that has been laid down for you, you feel like you're not adequate. Please don't feel that way. I know words alone might not do it, but at least me saying it now might evoke the thought in you for you to start changing your thought processes and start seeing things from a different perspective, from a different angle. We're in a society that has been conditioned to see the failures first. When you come out and say, you're this, you've done this, you've done that, people are often very quick to ask you about the ones that you've not done instead of commending the ones that you have done. So you need to be able to do that for yourself. Commend yourself for the ones that you have done. Lift yourself up for the ones that you have done. And have faith in your own growth process. The fact that you've been able to do this, you've been able to get this far, because surviving alone, living alone, existing alone in life is a thing on its own. So for the fact that you've been able to carry it, hold it together this long, you should be able to trust yourself that it can only get better. And the fact that you don't have today, you're not there today, just don't focus so much on what you're supposed to be doing, but more on the things that you can't do. A lot of people are jobless, not because they can't do something, but because they've not seen the job that they are supposed to be doing. A lot of people are, a lot of things, but not because there is nothing around them that they could, but because it's not what they are supposed to. They feel the need to not engage in that. And that's one of the very big problems that we deal with. So timeline. It has ruined a lot of people, letting alone ruin you and I too. So let's do our best, the best that we can do, and be content in our best, and be fulfilled in our best, and keep getting better. Let's not be so focused on the results that we take away the thrill and the joy of the process, of the work that is going to take to get to the result. It's very important. So I hope this helps you look at yourself, look at your life today, and see the good things. If you need to take pen and paper and write down the things that you have actually done, it doesn't have to be anything big. Be comfortable in celebrating your small victories, in being grateful for what you have, and that way you can get more. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Please check out some of my other videos as well, and give this video a like and share with your friends and family and every other person you think they should see. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.